I'm Röbby.
And I'm Chad.
We're Farewell, My Love.
And you're watching Rock Forever magazine.
Hey guys, it's Tori from Rock Forever magazine, and I'm here right now with Röbby and Chad from Farewell, My Love. How are you guys doing today?
We're good.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Welcome to Florida. Yeah. You guys know by now. You've been here a few times.
Last interview we did with you, all we did was talk about how scorching hot it was outside, and nothing's changed.
Hey. I was the one in the sun. If anybody watches that interview, my face was just like right in the sun. You guys can't even complain.
Just getting sunburned.
Yeah, basically, pretty much. But yeah, you guys are back. I'm excited to be catching up with you guys now. We're going to start with if you finish a sentence, as usual. So now the first concert you ever went to was...
In Sync.
Yeah.
No, like for real?
Yeah, that was my
That is the best first concert I've ever heard.
My first concert was In Sync.
Yeah, I want it back.
Oh yeah.
What about you?
I think the first concert I ever went to, technically speaking, was Sesame Street.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
No, seriously, that's considered a concert, right?
No, I think mine was probably Barney if we're going technical here. So yeah.
Or the first actual show I ever went to was a band back home from Phoenix called A Change of Pace. It was at some church somewhere, but.
It's kind of hard to top In Sync. I'm sorry.
No.
I mean, that's pretty epic.
I accepted it before the interview. I already knew. I felt it coming.
Yeah, and now the highlight of your career so far was when?
Every piece of it. I mean, we're the type of band that doesn't see things as like only certain parts are important. You know what I mean? Like every piece of growth we've experienced, every fan we've ever met, every bit of support we've ever gotten is very much appreciated by us. And,
I guess the thing is, without every step or misstep, you wouldn't be where you are now. So every step matters. Yeah.
Every day there's something new. Every day we see people, that we love and that we appreciate and that love us and appreciate us. And that's the most rewarding thing. So.
Yeah.
Seeing the fan art and the tattoos that people have gotten with lyrics or the Sish Heart logo or I mean just any
Just even them like singing along to the song,
coming out to the shows,
just supporting us.
Merch.
It's great.
Any piece of support is appreciated.
Yeah.
So we've always tried to make that very, 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 very known as well.
And you guys have come a long way since you started, for sure.
Thank you.
And now the most embarrassing moment on stage was when?
I've actually fallen a couple times on this tour. I don't know what it is about this tour, but there was one time we were playing in Massachusetts, and I was running around because I was wireless or whatever, and I walked down these stairs, and I just totally fell on my butt down the stairs.
You did.
I recovered though. I recovered well.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel like I could understand though. You have these like pointed toe boots. I would have so much trouble in those.
Yeah.
Like I would fall instantly.
They're pretty slippery too, so it doesn't help.
Yeah, that explains it.
Yeah.
What about you? Any embarrassing ones?
I mean, I've sang the wrong words, so I've had to just sing gibberish. I've played the wrong drum parts. I've blacked out while I was playing drums, so I just stopped playing. I was like, "Whoa, I'm here!"
That's scary.
Hey. I mean, I don't know.
I guess what helps is since you're on drums, if you do anything embarrassing, like at least you're behind the drum set so nobody can really see.
Yeah.
I've always heard that if the singer or the drummer messes up, those are the first people that people notice, though, because it's like if drums stop, you're just like,
You know what? That's kind of true.
the beat's gone, bye.
Like everything's gone up to that. So no pressure on you.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's all good fun, so.
Yeah. And last one here, your favorite song of all time is?
Oh.
Isn't this the most difficult question
That's a
though?
hard one.
I'd have to say, for me personally, it's probably a good tie in between Kill Hannah Believer and there's a song called On Ye Winter's Night by Jeff Winters.
Oh, by Jeff Winters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with you. That's not even an artist.
I was like, okay, all right. I'm just going with it,
No.
He's not?
I'm sorry. He is.
I'm so confused. You can't do that.
Jeff Winters.
He definitely is an artist.
Everybody go on Google, type in Jeff Winters. He's got a Christmas record. It's great.
He's got like 4 Christmas records.
Anyway, Kill Hannah Believer is definitely my favorite song of all time.
So now I'm going to search it.
I think in my personal opinion, I think the best rock song that's ever been written is Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh my gosh.
We're
Thank you.
top 5. I think it's definitely up there. So I'd have to say, for reasons, that's probably my favorite song.
And
ever.
I can only count how many times in my life I've gone, is this the real?
It's
all the time.
Knows it. It's so cliche to say it, but it's cliche for a reason. It's like it's so good you can't deny it.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
And now since last time we spoke, some big news. You released your album Gold Tattoos, which major success. Love the album.
Thank you.
How'd you guys come up with the concept of Gold Tattoos, and how does that tie in with the theme of the album?
About the fans, you know what I mean? Because like the way I've always talked about with fans is like if you followed us from the beginning, it's like A Dance You Won't Forget. That was our first EP we had. That was kind of just us discovering what it was, like this whole theatrical kind of vision we had. Mirror Mirror was just a little snippet of like the new sound we had, and then Gold Tattoos, basically, the gold is obviously like Charlie's described in the past, it's like a strong metal, and tattoos are permanent. Oh. So we want to leave a strong or a lasting impression on our fans. You know what I mean? Like a very positive thing. So the whole record is full of positive vibes, and it's full of just real life events we've been through, and it's full of a lot of theatricality as well.
Yeah.
So. I mean, especially like the title track of the album, Gold Tattoos, is a song that we wrote for the fans, specifically about the fans, just something kind of like an anthem for them, and just for us too, because we've been through everything we talk about in our music, we've been through ourselves. So it's all personal for us and for everybody. So
so what specific events in your life did you guys write about, or experiences?
I mean, just whether it's life on tour, whether it's like just going through friends or like ex-girlfriends or high school or just whatever, just anything that's made an impression on us in our lives and that's helped us become who we are as people. You know what I mean? Because like good or bad, everything that happens to you, it makes you who you are.
Exactly.
So you got to kind of come out with it, like out of it, appreciating it, and
It's really interesting too, because like looking back at it, like when we did that record, we hadn't really been through anything.
Not as a band yet, really.
Well, I mean, like the girlfriend, boyfriend type stuff, but like touring and like doing this, and like actually getting to meet your fans, like we hadn't really gotten to do that at all yet. So it's gonna be awesome to kind of see the transition between Gold Tattoos being basically the birth of like, it's our first record, and then this next one, which we'll start working on, next couple months. Just being the next evolution of that. So
So how are you hoping next release is going to compare to Gold Tattoos? What are you thinking?
I mean, obviously every record should be a progression from the last. So we're thinking it should be good, you know. Because Gold Tattoos, like you said, it did well. People liked it. So we're hoping the next record, even more people will.
Just like everything's been like a milestone in terms of like Dance You Won't Forget established us. Mirror Mirror was our first sample of, was our first signed release that came out. Gold Tattoos, like Alt Press named us like 100 bands you need to know. It's been on the Alt Press Readers chart for like almost the entire time it's been out. With like Bring Me the Horizon, Chiodos, Pierce the Veil, Back
No big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's been an honor. It got on the Billboard Heatseeker charts, so that was really awesome. So I guess it's just taking all that, the inspiration behind what we did with Gold Tattoos, and exaggerating that, whether it be the music being like, the theatrical parts are more theatrical, the poppy parts are more catchy. The musical parts, we try to get a little bit more weird with.
We get more creative with it.
You guys are already
visual, just making it the next revolution of like For All My Love,
I already felt like this last album was so intricate and theatrical, so I can't even imagine what's going to happen next, but I know it's going to be good no matter what.
I think you'll enjoy it.
And so Gold Tattoos, this was your debut album, so for a lot of people this was their first impression of your music. So how are you hoping that this album is going to impact new listeners? What do you hope they're going to take away from it?
I just want people to listen to Gold Tattoos and find something in that record that they can't find anywhere else, because those are the type of bands that we want to be a part of, like that group of bands, you know what I mean? Like whether it's like, we always use the same 4 bands, but it's like Avenged Sevenfold, AFI, My Chemical Romance, 30 Seconds to Mars, those bands that really paved the way for, maybe didn't catch on right away in terms of like being like the next dubstep track or like the new pop hit.
It's kind of like,
being different.
Starting something new, trying to pioneer something, because I feel like the bands that did something different, those were the ones that like enjoyed the longest, most successful careers,
I mean, you've been compared to My Chemical Romance a lot. Like every interview, I feel like I hear My Chemical Romance somewhere in there. So how do you feel about the comparison, knowing that you guys want to be unique? You don't want to be the next MCR, you want to be the next For All My Love.
Well, I mean, we can take it and with the next record, do what we can to just keep being us, and not another band. I mean, we love My Chemical Romance and we love we love a lot of the bands that we do get compared to, but you know, the music that we write, we try our best to make it very just Farewell My Love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So.
I think like when people first discover a band, they can't put their finger on what it is yet.
True.
So it's natural to compare the music you're listening to something you've already can identify with, and for us it's like the My Chems, or people have even compared us to Black Veil Brides, which I know we don't sound anything like.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of we have the makeup and they wear the makeup, and it's just a matter of, you know, people associating us with those bands in that scene. But I think the more music we put out, the more we'll be known for being Farewell My Love and not necessarily living in somebody else's shadow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean the next record is that's what I think we all collectively want to do on the next record, is really put it out there and say, you know, even more so that this is what the band is, this is what it always will be, and you know, here's a progression of it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. And one standout track was Faceless Frames. So what's the inspiration behind that one?
What was the inspiration behind that one?
Thinking back.
you mainly wrote the lyrics for that one.
It was a song about a girl that had gone down a dark path and like had kind of lost herself. Mm-hmm. So she fell victim to a lot of the cliches, you know, whether it be like drugs or, you know, like alcohol abuse, just abuse of herself. And the chorus, I believe, because we usually try to write the lyrics to be like the verse is one person talking and the chorus is another person talking.
Yeah.
So the verse is her reflecting on herself, and then the chorus is somebody talking to her. Okay. So the verses are very negative, and then the chorus is very positive.
Yeah.
In terms of like she's reflecting on like how she's embarrassed and ashamed of herself in the verses, and then the chorus it's more of a you can dig yourself out of this hole type theme, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I heard you guys had some new music videos in the works. Are you able to give us any details on that yet? By any chance?
Nothing yet, but definitely stuff in the works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything you can tell us? No?
Not right now.
That's not fair. No, I'm just kidding. No, but you've toured with some really amazing bands recently, Blood on the Dance Floor, Alisana, just to name a few. Yeah. And I heard that you guys like to get advice from people who have been in the business for a long time. So what's the best piece of advice you've received from a fellow musician?
Probably just, honestly, never, like, don't give up, don't become, like, not determined, and just keep doing what you do and what you're passionate about, and don't stop.
Yeah.
You know, because if you get, like, if you get put down for whatever reason, or if you feel like what you're doing isn't working, then it's never going to work, you know? You have to be passionate about it 100%. Mm-hmm. So.
And it's very clear you guys are taking that advice. You're one of the most hardworking bands I know. You're touring constantly, basically.
Yeah.
So what keeps you motivated to continue working so hard every day?
I don't know.
Fans.
You don't even know anymore. No.
Well, I obviously we know.
I know. I'm kidding.
It's more of a now it's like just looking at what we've done and letting that like kind of be the fire, you know, under our belts. Because like, the main thing I tell everybody that's really impacted me is like there's a lot of people that I you know either grew up listening to or grew up taking advice from, and you know now they are supporters of our band and we're supporters of their band, and it's like they're kind of accepted us into the community, whether it's like, you know, like members from like Falling Under Verse or Black Veil Brides or Get Scared or you know, bands like Alisana or Blood on the Dance Floor. So many bands that, you know, I grew up listening to or we grew up listening to support what we are and encourage us to keep going. So I don't know. It's just that's kind of definitely our one of our biggest influences, I'd say, to keep striving for the biggest results for sure.
Mm-hmm. And what's amazing about your music is that you've impacted a lot of your fans, and you're on tour getting to meet them every night. So what has been your most memorable fan experience of the tour thus far?
Honestly, all of them. Seriously, tonight it was cool. Tonight there was some fans that showed up from Scotland.
Whoa!
Tonight.
Yeah. That's far.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So that's
so
pretty
shout out
sweet.
to them.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
But seriously, every fan we meet is great. Every fan experience is memorable, and it's all awesome.
Yeah, good to hear. Yeah. And what are your plans for after this tour? Anything you can share with us?
Just working on new music.
Yeah, just gonna get home, start demoing out all the ideas. Like we have so many ideas, whether it's like
for new songs.
Yeah, like instrumental stuff, or it's like vocal things, or it's like vocal ideas on phones or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's about getting that down, and then I think the idea is to be in the studio late this year.
Yeah.
To record that, and then next year put it out, and then hopefully be back on tour by spring.
Yeah.
So.
Man, you guys have it all planned out. That's awesome. And looking forward to that new music as well. And anybody wants to follow you, Twitter, Facebook, I know you guys are very active on social networks, so shout out to your links.
At farewell_my_love on both Instagram and Twitter. And then Facebook is Farewell My Love Official. And that's pretty much it. All those accounts have like our individual things on there as well. So if you have interest in following us, then get that click on.
Yeah, you gotta check out all their selfies. So go follow them.
We got plenty. We got boatloads.
Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out. It has been awesome talking to you. And everybody watching, check out Gold Tattoos. You can get a copy on iTunes now. Subscribe for more interviews, and I'll see you next time. Bye.